My name is Kai Scalarud, founder and CEO of Contrast. Today, we're going to be reacting to some medical memes. Let's jump in. Is this like the Doge dog thing? Dogecoin? This is another pathology reference here. Hypertrophy, hyperplasia, atrophy, metaplasia. I wish I had these sorts of flashcards in med school because this is really accurate to what those terms actually mean. So yeah, that's a win for Dogecoin, I guess. When you live in America and you want to surprise your girlfriend by taking her to the most expensive place in the city, the cost of healthcare in America, on a very serious note, is inexcusably high. And the reasons for that are so complicated, I can't even begin to describe them to you. This is sad. It's funny, but also very deeply sad. Yeah, here's another one. Classic. A lot of Steve Carell too. Wise Doctor once wrote. So this used to be true. Like, old doctors used to write chicken scratch on paper, but then electronic health records, the computers that doctors do all of their documentation in nowadays, that gets rid of this problem. But at Contrast, we target another problem that electronic health records created, which is all the inefficiency and time spent documenting in the chart, because there are so many clicks and so much typing that we have to do for legal reasons, protecting ourselves, for billing reasons and administrative reasons. So this, very real in the olden days, but now all computerized. Contrast, we make those computer problems better, just like the computers did for this problem. And it's time, yeah, here again, documentation.
A peanut M&M is not an M&M with a peanut in it. It's a peanut with a little bit of M&M around it.
Okay, maybe the gallbladder, I guess a surgeon might explain it in that way. Not really sure. But the deeper point this is making is that surgeons just have to correct you no matter what you say and explain the same thing if you were right, but in their terms, just so that they can exert their power over you. I think the OR dynamic power structure, there's some definite real aspects to that, but movies often portray it more than it is. Relax, David. It's just a small surgery. Don't panic. My name is not David.
What did he say?
Oh. Yeah, that's good. That's good. Hopefully this is more of an internal monologue, though, rather than what you say out loud. Real example of this, which is a little less extreme, much more realistic. Doctors, when they're doing a procedure on you and there are multiple doctors in the room and you as the patients are facing or looking the other direction because we're doing something on your back or whatever it is, oftentimes we will be mouthing words to each other about what's going on. If something goes wrong, we often do not say it out loud as to worry the patient. And if it's something that's actually bad, of course, we'll tell you and make sure the situation is handled. But if it's like a little critique of like a trainee's kind of approach or tactics in how they're treating you, typically the supervising physician will say it as quietly or even silently and just mouth the words so that they can treat the patient appropriately without worrying them. Promise in your personal life, choose a medical career. No personal life, no problems. True. I can attest. True. No personal life, no problems. Doctor, what's you see her in its 40s? Okay. Yeah. Vision must be 20/20. Looking good. Medical students watching surgery for the first time. That's been me. Yeah. Definitely in my earlier years, and even sometimes now. Surgery is so cool. They do some incredible stuff in the OR.
I just arrived. Is the person coming? I just arrived. Is the person coming? I just arrived. When left did I speak to you? I just arrived. When left did I speak to you? I just arrived.
Except for the sad part is, the more tired you are showing up to a shift, the later and later and later into your shift, that stays the answer. 2 hours in, I just arrived. Nope, that ain't me. Looks like you don't have any health insurance, so we're gonna let you die. Okay, fantastic, thank you. No, this does not actually happen. This is very unrealistic. I think there are many things in healthcare that protect against exactly this situation from happening. So do not worry. doctors will take good care of you, or at least we're going to give it our best effort. What if we... Okay. This one is a little more niche, and it's kind of serious in terms of the medical implications on the healthcare system. So antibiotics are meant to be used for bacterial infections. The common cold is a virus more often than not. When patients come in and they say, I want antibiotics, I need to get treatment for antibiotics, most of the time they don't need it. And when we give too many antibiotics to patients, that leads to antibiotic resistance, which can ultimately lead to worse health outcomes for patients later down the road that need those same antibiotics to treat that future infection when they actually have a reason to be treated. So inappropriate use of antibiotics, that is very real. Take your medicine. Ooh, nice. I'm gonna try that. I haven't employed that technique in my practice, but hey, I'll take the tip. I have literally used this slide in a pitch deck before. That is hilarious. I've literally used this in a pitch deck very early on in Contrast. It was in a class, my entrepreneurship class during my MBA. I did a dual degree, and I literally used this slide as the very last slide of the pitch deck as like a funny way to end the pitch. That's hilarious. Love it. Oh, that's been me. I've been there. All right, and for those of you who have either been a patient in the hospital or have worked in a hospital, that sandwich there is either the worst sandwich with like one piece of rubbery cheese and one piece of fake ham from the emergency department in one of those like corner 90-degree cut plastic boxes. Awful. Or much better, it is one of those graham crackers that you can get in the bottom drawers in the rooms where they give you the water. Oh, those, I've had so many of those graham crackers. I've seen this one before. Yeah. I, to my knowledge, don't think this is how it actually works. But one of the sad things in healthcare, in my opinion, is how little doctors know about all of like the payments that go on in healthcare. When we do a procedure or a test, oftentimes, like the vast majority of the time, we have no idea what it's going to cost you in a precise way. Maybe we can ballpark like it's going to be less than 100, or it's going to be a few hundred, or it's going to be thousands. But oftentimes we have no idea. And so when we do things for our patients, we're doing it because it's in your medical best interest. But often that payment burden is one of those things that's left to the patient way after the fact. I wish we could do better. I really do. When you finally get a vacation and mid-flight hear the announcement, this has never happened to me. Knock on wood. I've never been in a situation like this. I have been in a situation where something has happened to someone in public, but never in a confined space like an airplane or something like that. So hopefully if it did happen, I would be able to help. But I've heard stories. I know many people that have been in this situation.